Hey, boss. Hey, how are you today? Good morning if you're catching me live. Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. If you catch me on the replay side, always remember to drop into the comment box hashtags replay rock. So, today, what we're going to do is actually talk about five essential questions that every girl boss should be asking more often. I'm your girl, LaShonda Henry here, aka Sister Sense, and I make sense of making money online, or rather, I should say, I help entrepreneurs make sense of making money online. And that is what I'm here to do with you. This is actually day number two. No, what are we on? Day three? See, I'm tired, y'all. I'm tongue tied. Stuff ain't coming out right this morning. This is day number three, the final day of our Fire Start Your Year workshop experience. And I want to share some things that you need to be asking yourself. So before we even got started this morning, all my lovely ladies are here in the suite, in the building. One of my mentees, as part of my daily domination program, she was checking in and asking me a few questions. And that got me to thinking about what you need to do as an entrepreneur to really make the most of your community, to leverage your circle, to be more productive and intentional. So I said, you know what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to literally take one of the daily domination pages, which is day number, I think it's day 11, 10 or 11. And on that day, I say, look, I need you to stretch your ask muscles. And as I always like to say, get your ASK, get your ask in gear. So what I'm going to do is share five questions that you need to be asking others and also to be asking yourself. Okay. And so this activity is for you guys watching live and also for my ladies in the suite as part of the Fire Start Your Year webinar workshop happening right here, right now. So you guys are ready? Okay, let's do this. Now, the first question is I want you guys to consider, do you have a particular offer that you're focused on? And this weekend, we've been working on lead magnets and putting together low price point products. So everybody here has an offer that they're focused on, right? So I want you to think about two questions in particular when it comes to promoting that offer, okay? Number one, it's for new people that you want to reach out to across social media on the various platforms that you promote. That question being, are you interested in dot dot dot, whatever that is for you? So I got my Matissa Chef Matissa in the building, right? Are you interested in, what is your freebie lead magnet?
It's five quick, easy recipes.
Okay, so are you interested in five quick, easy recipes? Now let's dig even deeper into that, right? Is there anything particular about those recipes that you can say it's for a certain type of target person? Because recipes could be everything and anything.
It's for the busy person that needs to get in the kitchen quick, 30-minute meals, and their meals that they can use to meal prep. Like their extra quantity so they can meal prep throughout the week with it.
Gotcha. So, what's interesting about that, one of the things that we talked about was trigger words, right? So, busy person, quick meals, right? Are you busy and interested in quick recipes, quick meals that you can cook? Right. So you want to be sure that you're asking the question, but you're also being as specific as possible so it doesn't get lost in the volume of everything else that's going on. So, first, you want to identify the new person. So, somebody else throw a lead magnet that you have been working on.
Couple communication.
Couples communication, right?
Right.
Are you interested in improving your communication with your spouse or partner? Anything in particular when it comes to couples communication?
Well, for those who are having difficulties with being listened to or understanding each other, they have more arguments. They noticing that, and so they don't seem like they're on the same page.
So maybe we have a question that's even more specific than that. Are you struggling with communication with your spouse? Do you feel like your partner is not listening to you, which oftentimes leads to arguments, right? Are you having more arguments, more bad days than good days? Being as specific as possible so that that opens up the conversation to be able to say, here is something that I have for you. Okay. Because not only are we working on our lead magnets and working on the, low price point offers. You want to be able to actually get people's attention, right? And, we were talking about the sign up forms yesterday, and I said, you want to be able to start with a question, ask people a question, because even though it's a freebie, you may see that some people don't even opt into it because it's something is missing, right? You can't assume that because you're giving something away for free that people are going to like it, that they're going to want it, right? So in that space, you got to be clear about asking, number one, are you interested in ... and getting as specific as you possibly can. Now, thinking about those trigger words as well is important. Words that really describe what it is your offer is going to do. Like, this is for the person who's busy, and this offers a quick solution to get thing ... done, right? So those trigger words are really important. I also said to you, you want to consider the fact that you're not just looking at, what's the word I'm looking for? You're not just looking at appealing to new people. You're also looking at, can I appeal to my previous customers? So when you think about the offer that you're trying to sell, right? Your HPP high price point offer, your LPP low price point offer. When you think about those offers, can you make a short list of people who you say, man, I worked with this person or that person, and this might be something that they're interested in, right? So you put those feelers out there because you want to be able to share it across your social media platforms. But the big thing is connection here. And so you also want to identify people who you've worked with that you're connected to, that you can essentially say, is this something that you would be interested in, right? So funny enough, I want to say maybe, was it Friday or Saturday? I had mentioned to a few people that as part of my seasonal promotion, one of the things that I'm doing is the 5-page website. And I said, not only is it a 5-page website, are you in need of a custom WordPress website? Because there are lots of different things. I could have said Squarespace. Do you want to use Shopify? You don't want to just say, hey, I'll build you a website. You want to be very specific about what your offer is. So the person who goes, oh yeah, I need help with Shopify, or I need help with WordPress, they go, oh, I need you. As specific as you can to identify what the offer is and who it's for, right? And funny enough, the first day, one of the ladies said to me, hey, I need you to help me put my website together, right? So I said, well, look, I'm only taking on 2 clients here. So I already got one. There's one more left for y'all, right? SizzleSense.com/5P 5H, which stands for 5 pages or 5 hours. SizzleSense.com/5P 5H if you need a custom 5-page WordPress website, right? So the first question is, are you interested? You think about your existing customers and reaching out to them personally, and you think about your social media platforms, your email marketing, your blogging, and then asking that question. You can put together an Instagram graphic. You can do something on live stream or video, or if you got an audio podcast, you can talk about something that day and say, hey, by the way, this is something I'm offering right now. Who's interested? That's question number one. You need to ask that question more often of new people so that you're not just sitting there trying to figure out how to get noticed. You can have people quickly identify that your offer is something that they need, right? Because confused buyers don't buy. Let's just get it clear here. So you want to make sure that people understand what you've got is what they want, okay? That's the first question. Second question, how did you find me? How did you find me? Can you guys think of a situation where somebody reached out to you via email and started asking you questions maybe recently? Anybody have that kind of experience before?
Yes.
Let me just, could you share a little something?
They were asking me about working with them for couples counseling because they had been referred by one of the programs that work with military families.
Okay, good. I like that you know where they came from, because the reason why I'm asking this question is because if you don't know, normally I'm like, oh, thank you so much for the question. Just out of curiosity, how did you find me? Because if you know that program that, has conversations for military spouses is a good connect for you, you want to make sure that you're working with them more often to get traffic. Right? So if somebody says, oh, I found you because Janelle said that you're good at building websites and can you build mine? Then I need to be like, hey, Janelle, you know any more people? Right?
I do.
She does, yes, right? So you think about that, because think about like how many times you'll go on a website and they'll say, hey, can you put in 3 or 4 emails of people that you know who might like this offer as well? You guys are trying to figure out how to drive traffic and get customers. Your wins begin within. It's one of my signature Sister Sin statements. Your wins begin within you, the things that you personally can do, and within your existing circle. So you need to ask people more often when they come to you, how did you find me? And out of curiosity, if you remember how you found me, you could go, oh, girl, this is how I found you. I did a Google search, or you did a Periscope, or right, I'm curious to know, whether you're watching me live or via the replays, how you find me. Feel free to drop that into the comment box, because again, that helps me figure out what I need to do to get more of you. Right? Now, of course, make sure that if you're enjoying this, tap on the hearts and the likes and the thumbs up. Make sure that you share this out, because that's what it's all about. Me proactively asking you, by the way, can you share this? Can you tap on the hearts? That's engagement, right? So in between, when you're doing your live streams, you need to be asking these questions. Now, as a side note, today, one of the things I'm going to do is actually talk to you about a new offer that I have, because I offer clarity calls, right? Which is your opportunity to get on calls with me and ask me questions. A lot of people have been asking me questions about, the tools that I'm using right now to work on my live streams, right? And right now I'm doing a lot of activities in which I am offering. For example, hold on one second. Let me check something real quick. Okay, good. I'm doing a lot of activities in which I am doing live streams across multiple platforms, and people are asking me what I'm using and how that's working. So I said, you know what, I want to give some live stream clarity, because literally maybe about 2 weeks ago, on one of my clarity sessions for a good hour, I was talking to my client about things that she can strategically do on her broadcasts. So I am releasing live stream clarity VIP sessions so that you and I can talk about what you need to do in your lives. We can talk about how you can multi-broadcast. That was actually one of the things that we talked about on the first day here of the Fire Start Your Year experience, and more. So email me, sistersense@gmail.com, if you're interested in doing a live stream clarity session, and I'll talk to you a little bit more about that later, okay? But being proactive and intentional when you're on your lives, asking people to leave a comment, to share, to tag somebody here, these are all little things that you need to do more often, especially if you are looking to work on your visibility, okay? And I'm going to be honest with you, I work in a space of organic marketing, okay? Which means that even though I know that in my space, I'm organically working in smaller spaces, smaller communities, I'm not about looking at the numbers. I'm about the names. Because at the end of the day, there are a lot of people out there that get lots of numbers, but they're not converting, right? So you want to be able to see real people engaging with you, have real customers converting and coming to you, right? So even if you're in an organic space or you've got smaller views or smaller numbers, if you do things strategically and intentionally, it can work for you. But you've got to be genuine, you've got to be authentic, you've got to be strategic too, right? Which is why I wanted to share these questions with you. So with that being said, asking the question, how did you find me? That was number 2. Number 3 on this list here is, do you mind sharing ... Do you mind sharing ... So let's talk about that. You can see that from 2 perspectives. Number 1, everybody in this room is an expert, right? So can you tell me if anyone has reached out to you and asked you a question about something that you do or something that you use, and they said, hey, do you mind sharing how you did that or what you used to do that, ... And what happened?
So there are a couple of other chefs that reached out to me through my DM, and they had found some photos that I've done of some food that I made and some different events I've done for private clients.
Yeah.
And they were asking what tools that I use to make my pictures look nice, that I wrote words on, and how did I do some of the videos where I had my pictures and videos floating through them, and how I made them look nice, and maybe how I could enhance their stuff or whatever, because they wanted to change their setup for how they were doing things.
Good. I love this. So anyone else have anybody reach out to you and ask you out of curiosity, do you mind sharing ... Well, I'll let you think about it. Let me respond to this one right here, and then I'll move forward. Number one, what's interesting about that is you reflecting on people asking you that question because you want to know what's going to sell for you and you want to know who's watching you. So, as an entrepreneur, you're selling your products as a chef, right? So, you're selling to the people you want to sell to, but you got another audience that you can sell to, right? To other chefs who are looking at you, looking at your brand, looking at how you do what you do, and want to know, hey, can I BLY? Can I be like you too? Can you show me how to do some of this stuff, or can you do some of this stuff for me, right? So, do you mind sharing is an introspective thing, because in that you can see maybe that there's another audience that you could possibly monetize or tap into that you're not aware of, right? But on the flip side, think about if there's anything that you're curious about, that you're like, man, I know so and so does. How'd she do that? Right? Think about that. If there's anything right now that you go, I'm curious to know how this person does that, make note of what it is and who that person is. Because guess what? You can reach out to them and say, hey, do you mind sharing how you did dot, dot, dot? I've done that before, and I've had people do that to me, right? You know, you got to think about the relationships that you have with people. Because some of this stuff, as far as elevation and growing your business, really is dependent upon how comfortable you are with ASK getting your ask in gear. Because sometimes we sit there on our hands. We don't want to ask questions, right? We're afraid of rejection. We're afraid of a lot of things. But the reality is, if you don't ask, you won't know, right? Closed mouths don't get fed. Your mouth closed, can't eat. So you want to be able to ask questions and find out who would be, either they'll tell you, they'll ignore you, or they'll tell you, or they'll say, hey, you got to pay for that, right? But whatever the case may be, whatever the response is, it's a response, right? And it's something that everybody has to be more comfortable with, especially women entrepreneurs, because we don't like to do that, and then it's got this whole, men in entrepreneurship, oh, it's the golf thing. It's the good old boys club. It's like men is cool. Women, oh, it's crabs in a barrel. She don't want to help nobody. She thinks she too good. Da, da, da. There's so all this stuff around women working with other women, but that communication piece is so, so, so important, right? Funny enough, Mia talking about communication. That piece is so, so very important. So, funny enough, oftentimes I'm on here and I'm sharing my favorite tools. And I'm always like, hey, if you don't want to know some of my tools, you can go to sizzlesense.com/top tools, right? So in talking about some of the things that I constantly use with my live stream, one of the things, to be honest with you, that I'm not using right now because I've got the big ring light on me is this small ring light right here. Use this bad boy all the time. Because the light is bright. I can put my phone here. I can travel with it. I can clamp it pretty much anywhere. You don't even want to know where I was clamping this thing on yesterday. Connect the USB to my laptop. It's lightweight. Put it in my pocketbook. I'm good to go. So I said, you know what I'm going to do as part of my live stream clarity kits? Not only are you going to have a session with me, so that we can together put your plan together, or I can even help you start setting up whatever platform it is that you want to work on your live stream on. We could do this virtually because I'm a virtual girl. I said, for everyone who signs up to my live stream clarity kit, I'm going to gift you one of my live stream favorite good goods. So this is a live stream kit, and you get it as a gift. I will literally ship it out to you. Wait up. My ladies are like, a good? Okay, come on. So I love to have great resources, right? So I'm gonna look at y'all, but I'm gonna look at them as well, okay? Because they're actually in the building right now, okay? So the live stream clarity kit experience is being able to have a virtual session with me. So either I can help you set up your live stream broadcast, or we can talk about strategically what you can do more of in your broadcast. So you're not just sharing a lot of information, but you're marketing and you're building your list, all that stuff, right? Coming up with a strategy plan. When you sign up, I'm going to gift you one of these. Okay, this is one of my favorite tools. So you can clip it anywhere, right? You can clip it anywhere, and you can turn on the ring light, put your phone in, and I'm on my Chromebook right now, but I also use this mobilely as well, okay? So here's the deal. Right now, because I'm just starting this series, okay? This is some new good, y'all. Okay? This is some new good, right? So for the first 5 people who sign up for the live stream Clarity Kit experience, y'all, for you guys, it's $150 for the first 5 people who sign up, but you got to email. It's so funny because my girl Marceline is like counting how many people are in this room right now. Okay? Sold out. Sorry, it's already sold out. Now, for you guys, it's $150. You email me, you let me know you want to do a live stream clarity session with me, and you will be getting me to ship one of these out to you, okay? It's $150. Email sistersense@gmail.com. Now, here's the deal. I have 2 of these with me today. So I have 2 ladies here want to go home with one of these. You can get it for $100. Okay, you get your live stream clarity session and your box to go, but I only have 2 of these today. Okay, but that is, they get $100 because they're here. I'm sorry, you weren't here. Okay? The power of being in the room. The first.
That's what the name of that conference was downstairs. The power of his presence.
Oh, the power of his presence. Come on now. I love it. I love it. Now, still at a reduced rate, being able to get your good from me. Okay. So you'll get that. Again, this is basically what they look like. They're pretty awesome. They've got the ring light. This is a gift. The real thing is you getting a clarity session. So again, I can help you figure out how, if you want to do multi-broadcasting, or if you just want to talk to me about strategically what you can do in your live streams, we're having a clarity session together. But as a gift, I will be sending you out one of these if you don't already have one. But honestly, I like to have at least 2, so I could clip one on here and then clip one on here. I do all kind of stuff. So I have a little studio in my office. You see what I'm saying? So question number 3 for me on this list again is, do you mind sharing ... So again, you want to introspectively think about when people have asked you that question, right? Number 1. And then number 2, you want to think about asking certain people that question, to make a short list of things that you're curious about, who you've seen do those things, and just reach out to them. Okay. So that's number 3. So last 2 here before we drop off, because we've got some good to do today. Last 2 here is number 4. Can we partner on this? Can we partner on this? How many times have you guys had people go, "Oh, girl, you know, I want to work with you," and nothing happens?
Yeah.
Nothing happens, right? "Oh, girl, this is gonna be big," and then 5 years later, you see them walking down the street like, "Oh, girl, you know, we were supposed to do something, right?" It never happened. It never happened. So here are a couple of examples of very specific partnerships that you can do, because sometimes we want to work with somebody, but we don't know how to do that, right? So, I've done these with my business besties. Okay. So number 1, can we partner on an email campaign? Number 1, you send out this message to your list. Tell me what you want, and I send it out to my list. Partner on an email exchange. You want more eyes on your stuff. Partner on an email exchange. That is number 1. Number 2, does anybody here want to be interviewed? Yes? Anybody here want to be interviewed?
Yes.
Partner. Yes. Partner with one of your business besties and say, "Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna give you 5 questions to ask me, because this is my wheelhouse. This is my experience." Okay, so you go and interview me, and then guess what? You give me 5 questions that you want, so you can show your credibility and show how awesome you are, and then I'll interview you. Come on now, who could do that? You could do audio. You could do an audio. You could do a video. You guys could do a nice spot where you sitting there, she's sitting there. You're like, "Oh, so-and-so's free media exposure." Come on now. You just need one business bestie to say yes, and you're good to go. Sometimes we're sitting there waiting for media. We're sitting there waiting for somebody to say, hey, do you want some exposure? Create your exposure. It's a very simple question. Can you partner with me? Stop telling people I want to work with you and you don't have no way to work together.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. The next one, also very simple, but goes a long way. Can we do a virtual event together? Can we do a virtual event together? Come on now. Okay, so we're going to do like a little activity one day. Maybe it's 1 hour or 2 hours, right? I'm going to do a session for 30 minutes. You're going to do a session for 30 minutes, right? Maybe we do it for free and then get people on both our lists. Or maybe we charge a little LPP for it, make a little profit, share it together. I've done that with a lot of people, especially in the beginning when you're on the come up, right? Can we do a virtual experience together? So, and my ladies is like, the wheels, the light bulbs. I like that. I like that. Can we partner together? Cooking classes, come on. There's so many ways that you got right now. You've got people in your circle, especially those of you who are just, you got people in your circle. And by the way, as I go through these, can you tell me which ones y'all, I know which ones my ladies like. I can literally see them. I can't see y'all right now. Can you tell me which ones you like? Number 1 was, are you interested in ... Number 2 was, how did you find me? Number 3 was, do you mind sharing? And number 4 was, can we partner with ... right? So drop 1, 2, 3, or 4, and let me know which of these interest you. Some of y'all gonna say all of them. Yeah, 1 through 4. Right? Now, number 5 is a personal question. Number 5, what the hell am I gonna do today?
Wow.
What am I gonna do today? You want to get into the habit of waking up determined and going to bed satisfied. Too many women entrepreneurs are out there. And first of all, because we just so crazy driven, we mamas, we bosses, we managers, going to bed dissatisfied. Never mind, done fed the kids, done paid the bills, got the groceries, went to work, but still feeling like you didn't do enough. One of the best ways to feel more accomplished in your day is to set a top 3 to-do list. Mm-hmm. I go to bed, I'll be like, look, at least I did 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to sleep. I'm done. Because you maybe can't do everything, right? We're only human. But being able to say at least I did 1, 2, and 3. So make a top 3 list for yourself of, you know what, at the very least, I'm going to do this. Number 1, it's important to do that so that outside of your full plate, because everybody else is putting stuff on your plate, you can start to prioritize your priorities of at least 3 things that you know you're going to do for you. Okay? But then also it gets us out of this space of, I got to do this, I got to do this, I got to do this, I got to do this. Can you just pick a few things? No more than 3. That's your top 3 priority. I got to do this today, right? So we got to knock out these landing pages and these sales pages, right? Get these LPPs out and into the world, right? Have at least one question on this list that you ask somebody. If that's one thing that you do, you go and ask a question, boo, you got something on your list. What am I going to do today? Now, here's the deal. Me sharing with you these activities is because this is one of the things that I like to do. I said to you early this morning, I think it was maybe like 7 o'clock this morning, one of the ladies in my circle, she's a part of my DDIP Dominate Daily program, daily domination through implementation. Because if you could do a little bit every day, you can chip away at your goals some way. Success is the sum total of small efforts, the things that you do, repeated day in and day out, which means you got to figure out what you're going to do on a consistent daily basis. And making a little top 3 list is a great way to do that. Number two, if you're not in my Daily Domination program right now, I can't say it forever, ever, but right now, literally, it's $9 a month. It's a 12-month experience for 365 days. If you start today, we start today. From day one to 365 days, every day I'm checking in with you and giving you little action steps, things that you can do to work on your monetization, marketing, and sales goals. If you don't know about the program, you can learn at sistersense.com/DDIP. It's the Dominate Daily Implementation Program. So one of my ladies checked in with me this morning. I was sending her some emails. If you want me to check in with you every day, can I ask you, can you do $9 for the month? Because that ain't even $9 a day. That's $9 for 30 days, every 30 days. It's 365 days. Can you do that? It's at sistersense.com/DDIP. It's all about daily domination through implementation. Okay. So if you enjoyed this today and you want little things that you can do, by the way, this is pretty long. This live stream is pretty long. Daily domination is me sending you action steps and audios and videos. And the majority of the time, they're like maybe 2 minutes or 3 minutes or 5 minutes, because I really want you to act more and consume less. Can I be honest with you? I want you to be in a space where you're proactive and you've got at least a few things that you can do on a daily basis. Okay. So hopefully you found this helpful today. Feel free to let me know. I'm going to ask you a question. If you don't mind, could you just drop in a comment box and let me know what you thought about this session for today? I would love it. If you took anything away from it, I would love you to share that. And if you're watching me on Facebook, I don't know if you follow me, facebook.com/SisterSense. What's really great about the Facebook page, your business page, is there's a review section. So if you could take a minute or two, those of you who are watching me live, or even my ladies participating in Fire Start Your Year, if you can review the Fire Start Your Year experience, the live version, the virtual version, or my live streams, go on my facebook.com/SisterSense page. There is a review section there. If you could post a review there or here in the comments, that would be appreciated. Remember, you got to get your ASK. You got to get your ask in gear if you want to get clear about what you need, what your people need, and how you can succeed strategically by creating engaging experiences for your audience. Okay, so that's it for today. Like I mentioned before, if you do want to get the live stream kit clarity session with me, plus me gifting you one of these, again, only for 5 people, excluding the ladies here. Only for 5 of you, it's $150. After that, it's going up. Okay. And then, by the way, I do oftentimes take them down and they go away for I don't know how long. So if you do want to get a clarity session with me, plus me gifting you one of those amazing live stream kits and sending it over to you, email sistersense@gmail.com, and I'll let you know if there's still space or if it's sold out and it's gone. Okay, that's it for today, my dears. Till next time, take care. Mwah.